Thank you, everyone, for coming. Stacy has been reminding me every day, every morning this week, make sure you thank everybody for coming. So I legitimately, this weather situation really made me nervous. So I really appreciate everybody coming. I operate on people's private parts every day. The pressure of that doesn't even come close to giving a speech for my 13-year-old daughter and my 29-year-old wife. Like all dads, I started writing this speech 13 years ago and have been editing it along the way. Thankfully, I don't have to give a speech about hand sanitizer, rainbow loom, or slime. You were nearly a perfect child. In fact, everyone told me how much you looked like me, and I've never been more flattered in my life. You rarely cried. We would hire a new babysitter and you would jump into her arms as if to tell us, go out, have a good time, I got this. With the exception of the time you pooped in the living room corner, potty training was easy. You ate when you were supposed to, you slept through the night the first time mom went back to work, and you never looked back, and we had parenting figured out. Fast forward 2 years, we were staying at Lake Michigan, we put you down for your nap, time for a little parent chill time. And after a while, we were looking at each other, wow, she's really sleeping a long time. Took us about 2 hours before we went and checked on you. Turns out you weren't sleeping at all. I'm not sure what prompted you to cover your face in mascara and shave off your right eyebrow. But the picture, not gonna be in the montage for my own safety. Those are old, cute stories, but what makes this Mia, Mia? Mia is loud. She's not the shrieking, annoying kind, but the legit singing kind. She's got an incredible set of lungs. She hits a homer every time she sings for the world. Someone once told me that you have a happy child if they are singing in the shower, and we have that in spades. Our showers share a wall, and Mom and I get serenaded almost every night with a beautiful song or whatever else is going on in that little head of hers. We hear it loud and clear, and I wouldn't be surprised if our neighbors did too. Mia has an incredible memory, like really incredible. Go ahead and ask her what she was wearing at so-and-so's birthday 3 years ago. She'll remember. She'll also remember what you were wearing. She never forgets a friend's birthday or a big moment. And if you make her a promise, you better keep it because she'll never forget that either. Her active social calendar is at the tip of her tongue, and the lyrics or the dance moves are always on point. But most importantly, Mia is passionate. She really cares. She may take it easy on this and that, but she goes all out for the things that matter. She stands up for herself, and she stands up for others. She lives down the hall from a lunatic who drives her crazy, but she would drop everything for him. She treats people how she would want to be treated. She never misses a practice, and she works on her school projects until they are just right, and she gets the grades to prove it. You heard this earlier, but this bat mitzvah training was totally erratic for her. We started with a tutor, then we moved to Hebrew school at our temple, which collapsed and is now a church. We got another rabbi who abandoned us, and then we found Alicia, and everything worked out great. It would have been easy for Mia to sort of go through the motions, and as hard as I sometimes am on her, I wouldn't have blamed her. But she didn't treat it that way at all. She sunk her teeth into it. We never had to remind her to study. She asked really great questions and was always practicing in the shower. We even heard her once spontaneously singing your Torah portion to your cousin Piper as a lullaby. Now, speaking of family, you don't get to choose your mom, but you got a doozy. Although in some of your finer moments, again, through that shower wall, I've heard you talk about trading her in. I know, and you know, that you have a Hall of Famer. She's your chauffeur, your chef, your therapist, your biggest fan, your Julie from Love Boat, and your Frank the wedding planner. I couldn't have organized this whole thing without her help, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's a shame we didn't go with the Detroit Lions theme, but I'll get over it. You're the engine that keeps our family going. I love you, Stacy. Thanks for putting up with me. turning the page. See, if you have a kid who has a killer set of lungs, an incredible memory, and total devotion to something, it sounds an awful lot like a perfect bat mitzvah girl. There's a quote that one of my buddies told me right after you were born. There was a lot going on that day, but I've remembered it all these years. When you have a baby, you become a father. But when you have a daughter, you become a daddy. I'm so lucky to be your daddy. I'm so lucky to be able to watch you grow up, to cheer at your sports, to watch you sing, to congratulate you on your many accomplishments, and to console you in your occasional failures. I'm gonna miss our dance practice in the living room. I try to take something from every moment, and I know it embarrasses you, but I'm gonna keep giving you the sloppy kisses in front of your friends. And I'm gonna keep biting your shoulders when you walk in the door. And I'm gonna keep bugging you to sit at the table like an adult with your feet on the floor. I'm never gonna stop reminding you that people who slow down for accidents aren't neck rubbers. And I promise to keep photobombing your silly selfies as long as I can stand up. I'm so proud of who you are, your zest for life, your performance today, and your potential. Your life isn't a trial run, and it isn't a spectator sport. It's yours to affect with that passion. You've already made tonight amazing. You have a whole life to make amazing. If we harness that passion, you're gonna knock every pitch out of the park just like you did tonight. Don't ever lose that passion, Mia, and don't ever stop singing in the shower. Raise your glasses, mazel tov to my daughter.
Let's give Andy a nice round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Stacy a huge round of applause. Let's give Reese a nice round of applause. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give Mia a huge round of applause, the girl that sings in the shower. All right, now.